Hi students, welcome to plus one computer class. So we are discussing about components of computer system. Okay, so in the previous video we already seen different steps in data processing. Okay, different various stages in data processing and what is mean by data processing. Data is converting it into meaningful information is known as data processing. So in this video we are going to begin a new topic, functional units of computer. Computer consists of input unit, processing unit, storage unit and output unit. With the help of a block diagram, I am going to explain all these units. It's very important question. Functional units of computer, or what are the different units connected in computer. Then, so we already know in smaller classes we are studying computer consists of input unit, output unit and also processing unit, and which is known as the brain of computer. CPU is known as brain of the computer because the original decision and data processing is taking place in CPU. That's why it is known as brain of computer. Then, so we start with data. First we are sending data or instructions. To type data or instruction, we require an input unit. Input unit. So through input unit, we are transferring data and instructions to computer. Okay, input unit means it may be mouse, keyboard. These all are the standard input devices. Then next one, this data and information is transferring to where this data and instructions are transferring to central processing unit. That central processing unit is known as CPU. What is it? CPU. CPU consists of, the first unit present in CPU is ALU. What is the full form of ALU? Arithmetic Logic Unit. And next one is CU or Control Unit. Control Unit. And one more is there, what is it? Registers. Temporary storage devices, registers. Okay, so these are the three terms present in the processing or central processing unit, arithmetic logic unit, unit and registers. One unit is missing. What is it? Storage unit. Storage unit. Next unit is storage unit. Then one more unit is present, output unit. Output unit. Okay, then here something is missing. All the units I already given, but some arrow marks is missing. So how we will give the arrow mark? Input unit is transferring data to processing unit, central processing unit. Then there is one unit present. So here I am replacing this control unit and here it is ALU. Okay. Then next one, control unit and storage unit. So here you already know when we are sending data and information into a data processing step, you know what is the third step? Storage. So when we are inputting data into computer, automatically it is stored into any of the storage device. Then after the processing, we can also access data from storage unit. Okay, then all these devices are interconnected, or all these units are interconnected. So this is the actual processing taking place in the second unit. Then after that, after the data processing, data is transferring into output unit. Then output unit is transferring data through monitor or whatever output unit we are using. So through that we are getting the result. Okay, so these are the different functional units of computer. So what is the first unit? Input unit, processing unit, storage unit and output unit. Then first one, what does mean by input unit? Okay, what is the role of input unit? Input unit is used for transferring data into computer for processing data. Okay, normally we are using data for processing. So whichever data required for processing, that data we are transferring through input unit. Then what are the different duties of input unit? Okay, it accepts data. What is the first duty? It accepts data. Okay, it accepts data for processing. Then after that, it converts that data into machine readable format. You already know computer only understood binary language. If we are inserting a number or any alphabet or whatever it is first converting it into corresponding code and then it is converting it into Unicode or hexadecimal. That we already studied character representation. So first it accepts data from any of the source, then after that it converting that data into machine readable format. Then after that it supplies that data for data processing. So these are the three duties of input unit. What is the first duty? It accepts data for processing. Second duty, it convert data into machine readable format. Last duty, what is the last duty? It supplies data for processing. Okay, it supplies data to the processor for processing. Commonly used input devices, keyboard, mouse, these all are commonly used input devices. Clear? So what does mean by input unit? Input unit is used to transfer data from the sources. Then the duties of input unit, it accepts data for processing. After accepting data, what is the second duty? Converting that data into machine readable format. Third duty, what is the third duty? Supplies data for processing. Clear? So these are the three duties of data. Clear? Then next one, what is the second unit? Processing unit. So what is the duty of processing unit? Processing unit consists of three different units. What is the first unit? Control unit. Control unit means this control, or before that, what does mean by CPU? CPU, full form of CPU, Central Processing Unit. The name indicates Central Processing Unit. And it also known as brain of computer, because the entire decision and also the entire processing is taking place inside CPU. That means decision taking, logical statement execution, calculation, whatever it is, everything is taking place inside central processing unit. Final result, intermediate result, everything is generating in central processing unit. Okay, so that's why it is known as brain of computer, because the actual decision taking place inside CPU. Then the first unit of CPU, what is the first unit of CPU? Control unit. Control unit means it controls and coordinates all the activities of processors. Okay, it controls and coordinates all the activities of central processing unit. Okay, then example, suppose we are inserting data into computer for transferring or for processing. First that data is stored into storage unit. Then after that, for processing, the control unit will take that. That means the control unit will help processing unit for accessing data, or it maintain a bus, that means a channel. If it is address is transferring, then address bus will invoke. If data is transferring, then that data bus will, that means lines. Okay, how? And it controls and coordinate means it will make the data flow or data transition speed in an easy manner, because it is controlling the entire transaction. If the storage unit is busy, then it will wait. For that means let the first process is complete, then only it will access for the second process. So the entire transmission of data, data controlling, data management, all that transaction is performing with the help of control unit. Then second unit is ALU. What is the full form of ALU? Arithmetic Logic Unit. The name indicates arithmetic logic unit. Arithmetic calculations and logical operations. Logical operations like logical and, logical or operation, not operation, then universal gate. All these gates are available in ALU. And it is used for arithmetic calculation. So when we are performing arithmetic calculation, final result and also intermediate results will come. All these results will be available in arithmetical logic unit. Then one more unit is present, registers. Registers are the temporary storage devices. What is a register? Temporary storage devices. Temporary storage devices. So that we will discuss later. What are the various registers that we are using in computer? Temporary storage devices. For making data transfer faster, a processing unit using registers for transferring data from one place to another. Registers high speed data connection and also data transfer. So these are the three units present in central processing unit. So what is the first unit? Control unit. It controls and coordinates all the activities of computer. Then second one, arithmetic logic unit. It's used for performing arithmetic calculations and logical operations. Then it also stored final results and also intermediate results for the calculation. Then third one is registers. Temporary storage devices is known as registers. And last one is output unit. Okay, output unit means for displaying data. Then before output unit, one more unit is present. What is that one more unit? Storage unit or storage unit or memory unit. So what are the different duties of storage unit? What are the different duties of storage unit? First unit is it's storing data and instruction. Store data and instructions. Okay, that is the first duty. What is the first duty? It store data and instruction. And also it can store, then I already mentioned, when in ALU, when we are executing an expression, final result and intermediate results also will come. So it can store final results and also intermediate results. It will store intermediate results and final results after the data processing. So these are the three duties of storage unit. Store data and instruction. It will store data and instruction. After that, it can also store intermediate result and also final result. Then storage memory or memory unit can be classified into two method classification of memory. First memory is primary memory. What is the first unit? Primary memory. Example is RAM and ROM. Example is RAM and ROM. RAM means random access memory and ROM means read-only memory. RAM, random access memory, ROM, read-only memory. Both these memory are known as primary memory. This is used for storing essential information of a computer. Actually, RAM and ROM, its size is very small but it is very faster. Okay, that we will discuss later. What are the specialities of RAM and ROM? We will detailedly discuss about memory unit in the coming sections. Then, second category is secondary unit. Second category is secondary unit. Secondary unit means we can separate this memory from computer. Commonly used example is pen drives. We can copy information from computer and also we can share it with any other devices. Okay, that means it is not present in it is an external memory. That kind of memory is known as secondary storage unit. In secondary storage unit, nowadays we know large size of pen drive. That means we can store huge amount of data in hard disk and also pen drive. So the amount of data storing in secondary storage devices is comparatively larger than primary storage devices. So storage devices can be classified into two categories. primary memory and secondary memory. Primary memory example RAM and ROM. Random access memory, read-only memory. Both present in computer memory, or this is also known as systems memory. And its capacity and storage capacity is less comparing to secondary storage devices. Secondary storage devices means external storage devices. Okay, clear? So these are the different duties of storage unit. Then what was our last unit? Output unit. What is the speciality of output unit? First one is it receives data from processor. What is the first duty? It receives data. From where it is receiving data? From processor. It receives data from processor. Then if a data now is in the form of processed data and information, that means in computer language. So definitely it want to convert it into normal, high level language or human understandable language. So definitely conversion is must. After the conversion, it supplies data to the users. Okay, it supplies data to the user. So these are the three duties of output unit. Okay, so hope you understood the three unit: input unit, processing unit, storage unit and output unit. So again we will revise. So I am going to give the brief discussion. Means functional unit of computer. Functional unit of computer starts with input unit, then central processing unit, storage unit and output unit. Okay, so these are the different units of computer. Then in that picture itself, the neat diagram is already present. So what is the first step? Data and instruction is transferring to input unit. Then in input unit is connected with processing unit. Processing unit consists of control unit, ALU, registers. Again processing unit is connected with storage unit. Then output unit. Okay, so clear? So hope you understood. You want to write this, draw this diagram in your notebook. Then homework. One question as homework. You want to write the functional unit of computer. All this question and also answer. That means all the topics you want to write along with the block diagram. Okay, block diagram is very important. With the help of block diagram, you want to explain the functional units of computer. Okay, so hope you understood the different units and also the duties of different units. So what is the first duty of input unit? It accepts data from the user and after that it converts the data into machine readable format and after that it supplies the data into processor. Duty of processor, control unit, ALU, register. It is used for processing data. Then what are the different duties of storage unit? Store data and instruction. After that, it also storing intermediate results and also final result after the processing. Then third unit is output unit. What is the duties of output unit? It receives data from processor. After that it converting data into machine human readable format. After that it supplies data to the user. Okay, so these are the different functional unit and also duties of different units. Okay, hope you understood. The remaining section we will discuss in the next video. Okay then, thank you.